and welcome to Adaptation, where we talk about film adaptations and the original material they're based on. I'm Kendyl Bryant, and it's anniversary video time. If you're new around here, let me explain. Every year, this being the third time we've done it, we collect a list of books that we wish would be made into films, but that haven't been yet. And then we dreamcast those films throughout the year. And this year, we're shaking it up a little bit. Instead of coming up with the list ourselves, we asked for suggestions from people at GeekyCon. If you're one of those people, then hi again! I'm really glad that you found us, and I hope that you'll leave us a comment or email us telling us which suggestion was yours so that we can involve you in the dreamcasting process over the year. And we might be inclined to send you some adaptation goodies as well. Before I start, a little disclaimer. I haven't actually read any of these books, though I definitely want to now, so be gentle if I get something wrong. So without any further ado,
I think Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell would make a really good adaptation for a movie.
I'm not at all surprised that this book made it onto our list because I feel like everybody's been raving about it. The story is told from the point of view of two 16-year-olds who live in 1986 in Nebraska. They meet on the school bus the first day and bond over mutual interest in comic books and 80s rock music, which I guess is current rock music at the time. It's definitely got that whole misfits in love vibe. Eleanor's bullied for her weight, Park is half Korean and feels kind of like an outsider. They undoubtedly fall in love in what would make an excellent, fun yet meaningful summer movie. Luckily, the rights have already been purchased.
I like to see the Gatekeeper series by Anthony Horowitz.
This, by the way, is also called the Power of Five series in the UK and has 5 books starting with Ravensgate. The first book follows Matt, a foster kid who gets sent to Yorkshire after getting into some trouble. Once he's there, he finds that the town is home to the Ravensgate, which is a portal that could release the evil old ones into the world. And there are some that want to let them free and use Matt as the blood sacrifice to do so. I'm thinking more of an October release for that one. The next adaptation we want to see is...
It's like Selection, but as a TV show, and a really well done, like... Oh, it'd be so good, because it's like, it'd be like The Bachelor, but 10 times better, because it'd actually be good, and I would love it, and it'd be beautiful, so that.
This series is by Kira Cass, and it is currently 4 books and 4 novellas long, which leads me to believe that, yeah, a TV show might be the better way to go. They were going to do a TV show in 2012, but it never happened, and now they're making some progress toward a film, but you really never know. But this story is definitely very Bachelor-esque. In a futuristic United States, a United States that has an 8-tier caste system and royalty, 35 girls are competing for the prince's hand in marriage. The protagonist, however, is already in love with someone who is in the caste below her own. And speaking of royalty, the next on our list is...
The Kingdom Keeper series by Ridley Pearson.
Okay, it's not really royalty, but it had the word kingdom in it. The first of this 8-book series is Disney After Dark, which follows 5 teens that work as holographic guides in Disney World. They are projected into the park in the daytime to help guests, but then they find themselves there at nighttime as well, and they're swept up into a battle against Maleficent and the Overtakers to save the Disney realm.
So I'd really like to see a TV show adaptation of Suzanne Beth Pfeffer's Life as We Knew It series.
Also known as the Last Survivor series, this book follows Miranda and her family after an asteroid hits the moon and pushes it closer to Earth, which sets off a chain of devastating events, tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanoes that make it impossible to grow food. Starvation, family drama, hope for the future, because, you know, there's 3 more books after this one. Definitely a show that I'd watch.
Dragon Riders of Pern. Make it happen.
Written by Anne McCaffrey and sometimes her son Todd, this is a 20-plus book series, so I'm just going to go over the first one. Dragonflight follows Lessa as she meets and impresses on a dragon queen and joins the fight against the Thread, which is this evil substance that falls like rain and destroys everything that it touches. In the past, when the Thread has fallen, dragons and their riders have helped to protect the planet of Pern from it, but there are very few left this time, and so they're gonna have to figure that out somehow. I definitely did not read the entire book summary and know how they do that.
I would like to see The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Betterman.
This is another one on our list that has made a little bit of progress toward becoming a film. Supposedly, a script has been written, so that's something. The first in a trilogy, this book assumes that Lewis Carroll's Wonderland is a real place and that Alice is the heir to the throne. To escape her evil Aunt Red, she comes to our world with her bodyguard Hatter, but they get separated along the way. On their journey back to each other, however, she meets a writer in Victorian London, definitely can't imagine who that is, and tells him her whole story. Eventually, of course, she has to find her way back to Wonderland to rid it of her evil aunt's rule. I am definitely going to need to get this book into my hands as soon as possible because it sounds freaking awesome. It is, however, the last on our list this year. I want to thank everybody that made a suggestion and also let me stick a camera in their face. Seriously, you guys are freaking awesome, and like I said, be sure to get in touch with us so that we can send you a little gift and also involve you in our Dreamcast later this year. All the links to our social media are in the info section, as well as a link to our podcast, which I hope that you'll check out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what book you want to see made into a film. Until next time, I'm leaving you with a couple other suggestions we got that were technically re-adaptations because they've already been done. But that doesn't mean they can't be done again and better.
There hasn't really been an accurate Frankenstein film adaptation, so definitely Frankenstein by Mary Shelley I think would be interesting.
I want someone to remake the Newsies film and make it more like the Broadway musical because it's so much better than the film.
I would love if they made the musical Wicked into a movie.
I would like to see Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West made as a film but based on the book, not the musical, because there's a lot of talk about it being a musical. I think it should be book based, and I always thought that because the musical has its own magic, but we're missing the book.